So my gut feeling is what wasn't covered, because you wouldn't have an odor that strong if it was covered. And I don't know the answer to that, I can guess, but Jim, have you anything to add?
I get them as soon as they get them. I did get Mrs. Whiting's response to it, that she had to wait for a amount of time. We discussed it when she came in. When we get the odor response logs, we put them in a spreadsheet and we forward them to the DEP. But the DEP is also the one that get them right away, but they thank us for sending it to them. We know they're getting it, but we want to let them know that we are receiving them. These are Charlton residents, and look at, he put 5s, you had 5s, and the guy that inspected,
Oh, that's nothing. They never asked me what I thought the odor was.
they didn't ask.
Nah,
me.
she sucked.
Because what, I don't know, Nicole Croto must be on vacation or something, because she's usually the one that responds, but,
But I don't think she's the one that takes the calls though.
no, it goes to,
Yeah.
there's gotta be something wrong, and I could call Tracy and ask her, you know, what's wrong with what's with the 6-minute wait on, for the calls? I don't know.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
So, Jim, do you know, do they still have that on, in the field, third-party inspector? Or are they off for the winter, or, there was I believe we said there was, somebody from Southbridge that was, or somebody from DEP that was full-time monitoring that landfill?
Yeah, from what Andy Pelletier, the health director in Southbridge, said that the DEP has taken an active role of on-site oversight on the landfill in Southbridge, so.
So I guess what I'm getting at is that ongoing, or is that seasonal? Like, we
yeah.
would be able to find out if there was something open, if that person was
I'm not
around.
sure of the status of that, I
Yeah.
could check with Andy, he may be at the class tomorrow with me, I can talk to him about it, but I'm not sure if they're technically still there. Anna Smith is part-time, and she was a landfill monitor. I think she works a couple days a week, like Monday and Friday, but she's no longer full-time there. He said the DEP is, with the fine that was initiated, they hired staffing to be on site.
I'm just curious if they're actually still every day in the field doing this, or if it's.
Or end of day or something?
Yeah, or if it's come to a close because it's, because it's winter, but.
I don't know, if it could have been a broken wellhead, and if the odor was strong, it was a 5, they had confirmed it was a 5. I didn't get it. Usually Tracy would send me an email that, sorry, we apologize that there was a broken wellhead, a truck backed over, we didn't realize it till after when we found it. It happens, but I didn't get anything. So, usually when Mrs. Whiting complains, I do hear either from Mary Jude Pigsley or from Tracy, and they'll state that the reason why this occurred, but I didn't hear anything.
This is, just to let you know, they did mark it as 5+, and it's signed by Aaron Banford, Burton Engineering.
Yeah, he's one of the, yeah, that's what we got.
5+.
5+.
That's the first time I've ever heard of that.
Mhm.
I've never seen a 5+.
It's, I just forwarded it to you, Jim, too.
Yeah, I did get it.
And he agreed. He left comments very strong, trash, sulfur, gas odor, stronger with gust of wind. At the second visit, about a half an hour later, still a very strong odor with sulfur and trash. And down at Eleanor Lane had a very strong odor of sulfur and gas as well.
And Mr. Chairman, to me, if you're getting that kind of odor, there's gotta be an open portion of the landfill to get that odor. Because you wouldn't get that type of odor just from a wellhead. It's that pungent smell of trash has gotta be from not using daily cover.
Right,
Mr. Chairman?
yes.
Can we make sure somebody from this board, either Jim or one of the staff, communicate with Tracy and get Mr. Jordan's request situated one way or the other, get his email correct, and figure out if they can do one or the other or both, or what it's gonna be? We just wanna make sure we have a plan for that.
I'll call Andrea when I get a break. I'll be in Marlboro tomorrow all day. Kind of update the food safety class that we have to take. But I will make sure that if I try, I'll text Tracy myself if I have a break. I don't want to be rude at the classes. I'm not sure if they even allow us to have our phones on, so.
I just wanna get that addressed.
I'll leave
I
Andrea a
agree.
note. Take a call. Tracy usually gets right back, so I'll have her email Tracy and say what was the situation. I'll let her know.
Mr. Whiting?
I have a quick question. Now, I know that supposedly they're not accepting any more trash
No.
or anything, they're closing it off. I'm just curious what they are hauling in. because I've passed trash trucks with covers on going into the landfill. I passed two of them the other day.
MBI trucks, right?
Both of them were different, but they were the long tractor trailers with the covers over the
Yeah.
top. The covers were mounted, so you know they were full.
Well, I don't think they're accepting municipal solid waste, they're not open for that, they've exceeded the max, but they are trying to fill and do the final cover. So whether the DEP said, yeah, you can fill this small portion in, and they allowed some of it in, I don't know, I'd be speculating. I know they have plenty of cover, because it's all in Charlton. So if they need daily cover, there's a mountain of it.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
Mike, I've seen the trucks too, Mark, and, but typically when they were hauling the trash in, it was all in walking floor bodies, all aluminum trucks when the floors push it out.
Mhm.
And the ones I've been seeing are dump trailers, like you're saying, they're all covered and everything, but that the whole truck goes up, so it, to me, it looks like it's a different product, but I don't know if it's coming or going. But I think today I can pass
I
three
know
of them
some
on
of them are
169.
coming, because I went down the hill, and they were going up the hill, going the other way, and they were lugging, trying to get up there. And like I said, with the smell, you know, was it something that was just left up there over the weekend, because they didn't have time to disperse it? I don't know what it is, like I said, I don't know what's in it, maybe it's cover, but it just,
one way to find out would
Could
be
be COM90.
when they're slowing down, hide behind a tree and then run after it and jump in and see what's in there.
climb the truck and go
Yeah,
in and see what's
right.
in there.
Take some photos.
They're not allowed to leave open trash. It's
No,
just-
I know, that's,
So,
that's.
I don't know if it was a broken wellhead or something, but I'll have to find out. And I will make sure I let everyone know. But they haven't got, they
I
have,
was just surprised to see the trucks, that's all, I thought it was done, and I'm
I've
still
seen
seeing
Yeah,
the
I saw
actual
some on
trucks
Twitter.
that used to be going up through there, they look like the same type,
Yeah,
running up the hill, still going in there. I mean, not one after another like what we used to see, but, you know, I head out, I pass one on the hill, like, 169, here comes another one.
well, MBI still has all the trucks in Charlton, so they haven't just decreased any of them, so. I know we can use the Oxford transfer station now, but I'm not sure. MBI has not left Charlton, it's still on Griffin Road, so.
so hopefully we'll get an answer.
I'll try and get an
your
answer,
questions, but
I'll let the
also-
board, I'll make sure Andrew lets the board members know what we found out.
And make sure that somebody's monitoring from the DEP, some third party, that they are indeed covering, and it's verified that it's covered for the weekend.
Supposedly, according to Andy, who I've had a long conversation with, is that they don't leave on the weekend and everything has to be covered. And the DEP is assured that they don't leave until everything is covered. And right now, they're not accepting it according to municipal solid waste. I know they're trying to do the final cover, but that's gonna be a long time. That's a long process because they're still doing some shaping and grading, I think. And whether it's COM97 material, but I don't think a truck, Matt, you can tell me better, could pick up a truck full of soil and dump it. Is that powerful if it was full of soil?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Maybe that's what it was.
that's the other thing too, is how heavy are the trucks coming down?
You're right.
They at 99,000 or running 130,000 pounds.
Because the only thing it could be bringing in is for shaping and grading would be COM97 and then daily cover, so I don't know.
Who knows? But that was a problem in a different town where they were bringing in massive amounts of dirt products and were getting paid by the ton, so now all of a sudden these trucks are coming in excessively overweight.
It would be if that was full, they're huge. I'll work on that.
Thank you. Oh, I want to make sure that the folks in the audience are you good with,
I'm all good with making sure I get email and mail.
we will definitely work on that.
So you want email and mail, so I'm correct?
Yep.
Right?
Yep. They tell me I can't, and I always have before. And she got it on
And
Sunday.
I always request both too when they get.
I will call
question.
Mary Jude if I have to
And they
say,
said
hey,
that stopped
tell
last Tuesday.
the Charlton residents, no more email and mail, so I'm sure she'll correct it.
Good.
Right. We'll skip over Burlingame Road water testing, we touched on that, and that will also be part of our discussion at our next meeting. So we'll move on to Valley Green Grove project proposal for 44 Old Worcester Road. I know we have a a number of folks here in the audience. Okay.
That's what I'm
It's all right. We can start, we'll open this for discussion, however you want to do it. Yeah, go ahead. I think I'll get some water myself. Mr. Russell, I don't know if you're the spokesman for the group, but if you want to, you come on down, make yourself comfortable while everybody takes a quick break. Yes, it's in the corner.